Hi guys, my name is Kier, also known as Hobo Kiki, and today with my Hobonichi cousin, my baby, my pride and joy. I'm sorry you guys are gonna get this video a little bit later than I wanted to send it out, but you know, it is what it is. Same day though, same day, so you know, we're still gonna give pats on back, pats on back. If you're wondering what we're doing, we are going to do an April flip through. These are one of my favorite videos to do. I just love to like go back and see what I liked that I did, what I disliked. And so that's what we're going to take a look see. First thing first, I'm the realist. No. First thing first, this is the April flip through. So let's go to the first page of April, which is this one. If you're new here, hi, how are you? I do a theme every month. Sorry, just trying to get you situated. And this month's theme, there we go, is April showers, of course. So I'm doing like some rainy day spreads, and there are videos showing how I made these spreads in case you're interested, but the after the pen just always looks so good to me. It's my favorite part. So for the first week, I did like this really like neutral rainy day spread, which I loved because usually when you think about rain, you think about water, you think about the color blue. And here we're doing like this neutral brown, and I love it. It looks so cute. I put these like shooting star stickers here in hopes that it would look like rain coming down. I think this one looks, what is that? Sorry, there's always like some kind of weird truck or something making noise, trying to be louder than me. But anyways, yeah. What was I saying about these things now? I done lost my train of thought. Come on now, you know I got a short attention span. You can't be doing that to me. Oh yes, I put these down here diagonally, hoping that it would look like rain. I feel like this side looks more so like rain than this side does, but I do think it's still very cute. And if you're new here, don't worry, we are going to go into our daily section, but I did just want to show you that in my weekly section, whatever stickers I use in my weekly section, I use in my daily section as well. So the daily section will correspond with what's going on with the weekly section. And that just lets me know exactly where I am. But don't worry, we'll get to that section when we get there. So yeah, I thought this was really cute. It was a different kind of style. It wasn't like too much planning going on, but hey, it's still filled out, so I'm happy. There's words on the page. So I must have been using it some kind of way. I'm trying to think of like how the hell was I using this? But apparently I was using it because there are words all over the place. So I guess that's just how my brain was thinking that week. But hey, if it works for me, then it works for me. Oh, obviously, right? Next week, we do have the blue spread that I was promising you. Of course, rain equals blue. So this is a pretty chill spread. It's a little dashboard layout that we got here. Yeah, it's cute. I really don't have any qualms with it. I could have done more with my to-dos, but it is what it is. Can't be productive every single day because that's how you would get burnout. So I'm cool with it not being completely filled. I don't know how I feel about this section right now, though. I feel like because I know this was emulating this. Now, when here, it looks right. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's all brown. But here, I don't know if it's giving me what this... Because I know this was inspired by this. So, I don't know. It's not giving the same energy. And I don't know how I feel about it. But, hey, it is what it is. We got to move on. All right, next, of course, this is the week of Easter, so you're seeing some bunnies, and of course, you're getting another blue spread. And remember, blue equals water, okay? So if you're wondering where's the rain, that's the rain. The rain is the color. Don't think too hard about it because I never do. Yeah, we did a different layout here. We did some checklists every other day. We did step counters. Yeah, we had the exercise. This whole section here is me tracking something, which is different as well. I don't know. It's different. It's definitely, you see how like each week I don't even know what I be doing, but for that week it works. Like in my head, I guess I know what I'm doing. I know how I wanted to use it because obviously it's all filled out. So obviously that week I knew what I was doing, but this week I'm literally looking at it trying to decipher like what went on here, like how was I using it? I don't know, but apparently I was using it. So it just is what it is. Everything's all filled out, so I'm happy. I don't know what be going on in my head. I swear I don't. Moving forward, April 21st through the 27th, going back to the dashboard, this is where I feel like I can understand myself. I can understand my past self. This makes sense. This layout is very clean. I understand exactly what's happening. This is to-dos, these are my meals, this is my exercising, and this is how I felt about my goals. And up here is just like the big things that I wanted to notate that was happening that day. So yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Definitely understand what's going on here. These two sections are like so cute to me. Can you see what I see? Because they're just so adorable, and I need you to see and understand. Come on, get it together. There you go. You see her? Look at how she looks like she's glowing. And don't forget sis over here with the cloud fro. Oh my gosh, so cute. This was a really cute spread. And I think there's one more. Yeah, we are going to count this one. So this is the last week of April. So this is the last rainy day spread. And I know what I was doing here. Although I wouldn't say it's my favorite, I still understand exactly what's going on here. So I did put the 3 dots. So these were going to be my top 3 things that I needed to do that day. So that's what the 3 dots were for. And then of course we have my step tracker. We have my exercise, my meal plan, and then any important thing that popped up, I notated it. So yeah, that is my weekly section following a rainy day April shower theme. What do you think? I think it's so cute, but how do you feel? What was your favorite weekly section? Honestly, this one is just gorgeous to me. It is very clean and a little bit empty because there's a lot of space here and a lot of space here that I would have preferred to be filled out, but it is what it is. If I didn't do anything Monday or Saturday, then why am I going to document that I did when I didn't? So it makes sense. It's easy to understand what was going on in my mind. This is very pretty. It does look like a lot is going on. When I look at this, it's just like bam, 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 bam. Like there's just so much going on. And then this is clean too. Of course, the dashboard spreads are easy to understand. And then this looks like I did my workout. And then so at the top I wrote my workouts. The bottoms I wrote like what I ate. And then I guess the middle was just a free-for-all. That's what it looks like. So it is what it is. I will say I kind of like this spread the most just because the colors. You guys know I'm a neutral girl. A neutral girl? A neutral girl. There we go. That's the kind of girl that I am. I love my neutral earthy colors, my browns, beiges, and greens. I don't care. Call me a beige mom. I love those colors. They're so calming. But yeah, very pretty spreads for the week. I think so. And then we ended, a lot of these spreads were like very calming too. See, like calm, 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 loud as hell. This is such a loud spread, but it's still pretty though. It's just very loud. All right, let's get into the daily section now. This is my favorite section, you guys. So let's go ahead and open her up. Okay. All right. Everyone take a deep breath, okay? We're going to woosah together, okay? It's going to be all right. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. I know you see him there. And the very first time I posted a picture of him, I'll never forget the kind of comments that ransacked my Instagram DMs, okay? Just take a deep breath with me. Let's talk about it. Starting here, this is when I watched Arcane. I do have a sketchy Saturday video of me drawing this, so if you wanted to see that, it's already there. Let's go on. This is the cover page for April, okay? And so what I'm doing in my Hobonichi Cousin this year is making a drawing slash doodle for like the big things that were all over my timeline for that month. And okay, so does that mean I support everything that's going on? No, that just means, hey, this is what happened. I am documenting what happened, and that's it. Okay, we ain't gotta make it deeper than what it actually is. This is what happened in April, so I drew it. That's all it is. Take a breath, bro. Take a breath. I promise we're gonna get through this together. Okay. All right. So the month of April. What's that? April 5th that we did everyone. Well, I won't say we because we sat down, but there were people who did the hands off protest. So that was a big thing. Drew that. For some reason, there was a big old discussion between 100 men versus one gorilla. And this is so funny to me. But you know what? I will say, I feel like that one is way more debatable than the other one, which was would a woman prefer to be alone with a bear or a man? I feel like that one, it's like I knew exactly right away where I stood. And, I know I would prefer the bear any day than just a random man. And, feel how you want to feel about, but that's how I felt on that one. With this one, if I think like 100 random men, we're not going to say like 100, like, what are those things? Navy SEALs, like trained assassins. We're not doing that. No, just 100 random average men, right? Versus one gorilla. Like, I can see it go both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I can see where the debate is such a silly debate, but I can see both ways. Whereas the other debate, I don't know, just knowing my own experiences in life being a woman, I just can't see both ways. And I choose the bear every time. I'm sorry if that make you feel some type of way. But this one, I definitely understood both ways why 100 men could fend off a gorilla. Like, what are we saying here when it comes to 100 men versus one gorilla? Like, what is the full, question? Because if we're just saying like, do they get to jump him, or does the gorilla just get to like, hey, everyone stand in line and I'm gonna take y'all as I go? Like, because then that's gonna vary the outcome, But anyways, I digress. Then we have Minecraft. Obviously, that was something that was big, and little TikTok weirdos were, I don't know, man. Y'all need some more home training, because I saw the TikToks of the kids that would go into the movie theaters, and when it was that stupid chicken jockey scene, they would just make a mess. And my question is, why? Like, what was the point? It wasn't even a scene that made sense to do that, Like, not that there is a scene that would make sense to do that, but to me, I didn't understand. And I know it's like, maybe you're just old, but I don't know. Even when I was young, I would have never done something like that. And I did some things. I ain't gonna snitch on myself, but I definitely did some things when I was young. But never am I about to purposely make a mess for somebody else to clean up, knowing that they don't get paid enough to be doing that bull. So I don't know. I told my kids, let me find out y'all ever doing something like that, But anyways, and then of course we have your favorite person, the one, the one and the only. Yeah, that's that's something. The real Pope Francis, he passed away in April, which is why I have the rip. And then for some reason, we had to get this image of our president as the Pope, and it is what it is, I guess. those are the main things that happened in April. I'm just gonna move on past. I'm gonna move on past it because either way it's gonna offend somebody. But that's just what happened in April, y'all. That's just what happened in April. I don't know what to tell you. That's just what happened in April. Moving forward. So, of course, now we're going back into my journaling. I really do like this journal section. Like, it's so pretty. It's easy to look at. And the colors are just, mwah, chef's kiss. Love it, love it, love it. I really did like this week. I liked how I placed her looking like she's getting ready to walk into the gate. It's just so pretty. I'm not going to lie to you. And then this one as well. Walking into her home. I like that I put these like puddles on the ground. Can you see? I need you to see what I'm seeing. There it is. You see the puddles? It's actually supposed to be puddles like for a pond, but I put it down to make it look like puddles, like it had just finished up raining, and she has on like a little jacket like it was raining. So I don't know. I thought it was cute. I see where the vision was, and then that's the last page that week. I did add the stars in the window again to make it look like it was still raining outside and she was just inside drinking her coffee or whatever. And yeah, I just really like how calm and soothing that spread was. But moving forward, we did get a little artsy fartsy here and make like a little special Dutch door, unnecessary Dutch door. To this day, I still don't know what compelled me to make this, but I do like how, like, if it were to stay down, it would be so pretty, right? But you know, it's not gonna stay down. But if it were to stay down, it would just look like it's meshed into this page. You see that? That's what I was going for, but I didn't think it all the way through because it's not gonna stay down. But the idea was there. The idea was real cute. And then moving forward, this is cute. I love how like they're looking at each other. Another one. Again, so cute. I really do like how I journaled in April. Again, on Minecraft, so I did document it. That's when I went and saw it. So interesting. That's all I gotta say. Interesting. April was definitely interesting. This turned out to be one of my favorite spreads like ever, and I have some pretty, I'm trying to think like what other spread like holds a candle to this one. I don't know. Like I really did like this week, but this is like, you know, I just think I like the colors of this week. But this here, it's just like I loved everything from the colors to like what's going on. But I did a lot of like media watching this week, so you'll see there's lots of stars because I watched a lot of things and I wanted to talk about them. So that's essentially what happened the week of Easter. I watched Invincible season 3, and I know I was late. I'm so mad at myself, but hey, I finally watched it, so now I understand the memes. But it was all right. I gave it 3.5 stars because I feel like it was just really like plot building. That's all it was. Like, you know, it didn't feel like its own season. It felt like a gateway season. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. It just felt like it was missing substance because it was trying to provide substance for the next season. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically just getting us to the next season. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but I know what I mean in my head, so I guess that's all that matters. So, yeah. That's how I felt about Invincible season 3. If it's gonna go based off like what happened in the comic books, you know, that's going to be interesting to see how they depict that. But yeah, it was a good show nonetheless. You know, I'm not mad at it. I just know that there were better seasons, specifically the first season. First season is still the best season. But yeah, Despicable Me 4 with my kids. You know, it got the kids' attention, and it was actually kind of funny. I was laughing in some areas, so I gave it its stars. For what it was supposed to do, it did that, so I'm not mad at it. And then I watched Trap, and the thing is, the premise of that movie was so good. Like, you really could have went anywhere. And then M. Night Shyamalan said, oh yeah, I'm gonna go anywhere, all right. And he went all the way over there. But it's like, why'd you go all the way over there, bro? You did all that walking for no reason. And I don't know, like, the thought was there. It was such, like, it... I don't know, I just felt disappointed by it, but that's what I felt about most of his movies, and especially how I felt about his rendition of the Avatar. So it is what it is. I can't expect too much. But yeah, and as you can see, this is a little Dutch door moment. I did watch Venom with the boys. They really wanted to see it, and it was really decent, you know. It wasn't like super, like, I wouldn't go recommend it, but it was also like a good time. So 3.5 stars it is. And then I watched The Electric State on Netflix, and I don't know. It was decent. The ending kind of like confused me because I'm just like, I don't know if it was because I did watch this one with my kids and they were yapping. We're all a family of yappers. So I didn't know if I didn't understand the end because I missed something, but I just didn't get like why like he was holding everything together. I think I missed that in the beginning, so I didn't understand the end. And still, even I feel like even if I did understand exactly what happened at the end, I still would have not given it its full stars because I don't know. I watched anime that has a similar premise, you know, with robots and androids having like their own sovereignty. Essentially, they should have their own rights because, you know, they essentially can think for themselves in a way. So I don't know. I just watched anime that tackled that subject and tackled it well, bro. So I couldn't give it more stars. Sorry. Sorry, bro. What is this here? Something here. Oh, I did put a quote here. It says, "What you are not changing, you are choosing." That was a good quote for the week. I forgot where I saw that. Oh, it was actually somebody's email, one of my clients, their email, like, footer. That's all at the end of all of their emails. And I was like, oh, snap. That's a pretty doggone good quote. So I wrote it here because I did resonate with it. Moving forward, Easter was this day. You know, the kids went and found some eggs, did a little egg hunt. It was also 420. Did I partake in it? No, I've been clean for actually years now. But if you partake in it, I don't have nothing against it. So you do you, boo. Maybe one day I can kick up my feet and try it again, but I have not been doing that because I know I can get lazy and I got like lots of things that I'm trying to do and accomplish. So I am not doing that as of right now. But again, I have nothing against it. We actually talked about this because I did show you guys me journaling this. So nothing to talk about here, but I do like this spread. I really like the girls like emerging from the clouds. I think that's so pretty. And then I did write Earth Day here, but that's a lie. Technically, Earth Day was this day, but I forgot that it was this day. So I wrote it down this day just because I did still want it to be documented. And of course, I had to put down a little sticker of Wall-E because, you know, that's all what he stands for. Cleaning the earth one cube at a time. Oh, he's so cute. And then, oh, I got another quote this week. This one says, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." And I'm like, okay, where did I even get this quote from? I'm sure I watched it on some anime or some show or something like that and heard it and jotted it down. But again, another like decent quote. So when I can remember to write down a decent quote in my journal, I will. And that's what happened there. Do I know if James Baldwin actually said this? I don't know, but either way, it's still a good quote. And then lastly, we have this page. As you can see, it is 3 pages, or excuse me, 3 days jumbled together. Okay, so we have 3 days here And I don't know, that was pretty cute. And then documented my brunch at Over Easy's. And then we watched Sinners. That was good. The meal was decent. So yeah, it was a good weekend. And then this is the last week that you'll see for the month of April. This is week 18. And as you can see, we do have that same colorful, vibrant page of stickers that we're using here. And with this, I did stick 2 days on one page. And then I used the Coffee Monsters Co. as I always do, their journaling prompts. So I would write, and then if I had something that I wanted to write about the actual day, then I'll just make a straight line. So that's what I did when I wanted to journal about the actual day. So as you can see here, this is where I write based off what's going on in the journal prompt, and I made a line, and this is what I wanted to write about for the actual day. And it looks good. And I actually put my goals progress tracker here because I forgot to do it here. Where are we? Here we go. As you can see, I forgot to add somewhere some kind of space where I can put it in. So I just put it in here so I can still see it. And that's all that matters. But that's basically it, you guys. That's the whole video. A little flippy-doo for you. Yeah. I hope you liked it. I think it was pretty cool. I love these kind of videos. I like watching these videos from other people. I don't know. I just feel like so much inspiration when I watch these kind of videos. Even when I'm like looking at my own flip throughs, because I'll look at things and I'll be like, ooh, I like that. Or I'll look at things and I'll be like, ooh, I don't like that. Like this. Never again, child. Never again. But yeah, so it's like good to like notate what I like and what I don't like, and then try to incorporate those things moving forward. So look, I didn't know what you guys don't like here, okay? You don't gotta tell me. But anyways, that's basically it. If you like the video, feel free to like the video. If you dislike the video, feel free to dislike the video. It's whatever, bro. I hope you stay safe, please, and stay creative. And I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye.